The goal is to ensure all major L60 models exceed 10,000 deliveries in December, the third month of deliveries. In March 2025, monthly deliveries will surpass 20,000 units. If we fail, the media present can urge T. Chung to step down.
Yep, just now that was the CEO of ONVO guaranteeing you guys that in December they're going to deliver over 10,000 vehicles per month, and in March they're going to deliver over 20,000 deliveries per month just for ONVO. And if they can't do that, you can tell him to step down. So he's guaranteeing that they will meet those targets. This is very, very reassuring as a NIO investor, and I'm very happy that they can reach 10,000 in December. So we're not going to count the eggs before it's hatched, but he's guaranteeing that we're going to get that number. So this is very, very good news indeed. This was, of course, today during the auto show at Guangzhou, where ONVO was present. And of course, a very nice, elegant surprise was the fact that Xiaomi's CEO, Lei Jun, which is the most viral CEO here in China, he gets a lot of publicity. He and also the fastest runner in China, Su Bingtan. He's not an Olympic champion, but he's the fastest runner in China in the 100-meter dash. He and Xiaomi CEO were sitting inside an ONVO L60, checking out the car, giving media attention to the car, talking about how great the car was. And they were very, very impressed. And later on, during the day, Tia Chung, ONVO CEO, talked about how what they discussed, and also talked about how they actually met up with Xiaomi CEO before they officially launched ONVO, but that was only for the exterior appearance. This was the first time that Xiaomi CEO was actually able to sit inside the car and have a good grasp of the interior. And Tia Chung, ONVO CEO, reassured, telling how on his road trip from Hefei to Guangzhou, he achieved an energy consumption of 13.7 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers, which was much better than the Model Y at 15.4. So he was once again reassuring that, technology-wise, we're already ahead of Tesla, right? And he said that out loud, telling everybody the fact. All right, that's the true fact. So of course, right now we have to look forward to deliveries. ONVO is really going to step up its game very, very soon. We can expect that to happen. It is guaranteed by the CEO. Okay, but what about NIO? So there's also some really interesting stuff happening with NIO, and there's stuff that I'm very attentive to that's also happening to me. Okay, so quite recently, NIO has called up all the existing NIO owners, every single one of them, to let them be aware of the subsidy. All right, the subsidy, which is, of course, charging and battery swap subsidy, that's up to 3,000 RMB, or up to like 500 US dollars of charging and swapping subsidy that is available if you purchase a new NIO. Of course, they want business. They want repeating business. They want existing NIO owners to buy another NIO. They're pushing ahead, calling up all the NIO owners about that. And of course, on top of that, when I got my call, the lady, which is sort of my consultant, she also talked about how the 10th year anniversary promotion is going on. And if you guys didn't know, the 10th year anniversary, you got this loot box that you can open. But to open the loot box, you have to open it with a friend. All right. So once again, playing into the referral game, you have to open it with a friend. And then if you open it with a friend, you can get like NIO points, all right, which is what the most common gift is from the loot box, or all-inclusive vacations to certain places like Europe or other really extravagant places. But most people are just going to get NIO points, or maybe like a small apparel, clothing, or a jacket or a bag, something like that. That is the most common thing that people will be getting. But once again, they're playing it smart. It's not like before. Before they would just straight up give it to NIO owners. This time you got to give something in return. You got to bring a friend in, all right? And that friend could be a NIO owner, but it might also be someone else. And if it's someone else, then NIO gains significantly from this, because now you have another person who's, sort of in the NIO ecosystem, so to speak, and might potentially buy a car later on. So this is definitely very, very good. But it does show that, they're really stepping up the game, and they're trying hard to push for sales going forward. And speaking back on ONVO, today the massive fridge/freezer was officially launched with the price 1,880 RMB, which is roughly about 300-ish US dollars. An absolute steal. And the very cool thing about the fridge and freezer, it's the biggest out of any fridge/freezers in cars. All right, you don't usually have freezers in cars, but this serves as a fridge, freezer, and also as it has like a compartment which can sanitize things and sort of kill bacteria, which is very, very interesting. And this is compatible with all ONVO L60s. Every single ONVO L60 has that compartment in the back of the trunk where it can fit this massive fridge freezer in, and it doesn't take up trunk space. You can still have the lid down, and you can still store your suitcases and everything inside. The fridge freezer is very portable. It's a huge seller for ONVO. Okay, a lot of people buy this car for that purpose. And me myself, like, I'm probably going to borrow one of those cars, one of the ONVO 60s, and then I'm going to try to get one with the fridge freezer and then show you guys the real life application of that. It's just tremendous. Like, you can go shopping, grocery shopping, and you can buy frozen goods, and you don't have to rush back home. You can just put it in that fridge freezer, right? On your long camping trips, you can bring all the food that you want, and it's not going to spoil, right? So very, very nice, very, very elegant. I'm very confident on the reception of the ONVO cars at the Guangzhou Auto Show. There's a lot of people there. There's so many people there. Apparently they were handing out ice cream from the fridge, but then there were too many people there, all right? And then they stopped handing out ice cream, but there were still a lot of people there, despite not having ice cream. People are genuinely interested in the car. And I'm telling you, this car is just, there's huge, massive demand, and they're just trying to wrap up deliveries. The CEO of ONVO said it himself, this is a very good but headache problem to have, okay? You have high demand, you just got to pick up on deliveries, and he's guaranteeing those deliveries. This is very, very good for shareholders. It means that next year we can expect record number of deliveries very, very soon, actually. In the next like 3 to 4 months, all right? We're going to have March roll around in like 4 or 5 months. So very soon, all right? Very, very soon. Once March deliveries come out, we get that 20,000, and then if NIO is able to keep like 10,000, all right, let's just conservatively say 10,000, then bam, you're at 30,000 already. That's already record high delivery numbers, right? So we're going to break records very soon. I'm looking forward to that. As always, stay safe, stay healthy. Peace out.